So, welcome everyone to this presentation as part of the Interactive Film and Media Conference, IFM 2022. And thank you to the organizers for inviting us. My name is Stefano Odorico. I'm a reader in contemporary screen media at Leeds Trinity University in the UK, where I'm the director of IRIS, the International Research Centre for Interactive Storytelling.
My name is Ilaria Vecchi. I'm a lecturer also at Leeds Trinity, a researcher filmmaker, and I collaborate with Stefano at the IRIS Center. This presentation will focus on a practice-based research and project that we've been developing for the last 2 years. Is an interactive documentary that hopefully will finish by the end of this summer. So today we're just going to show you a pilot project. Hopefully you'll enjoy it.
So today we will be talking about a project that uses a specific authorial tool in order to tell a story. This tool is Korsakoff, basically interactive software that enables you to assemble a random sequence of small video clips, or as the creator of Korsakoff likes to call them, SNU, smallest narrative units. Basically an exercise in pattern making with narrative constructions. The creator of this software and philosophy of storytelling is Florian Thalhofer of the Korsakoff Institute based in Berlin, in Germany.
As Thalhofer said in an interview in 2011, using Korsakoff is an exercise that teaches a different way of understanding and thinking. Humans are developing increasingly complex society, and this is only possible with better and better skills to understand multiple perspectives. Korsakoff is a tool that trains those skills. I'm convinced that Korsakoff is a tool that trains the skills that are needed to imagine and advance reality. We need to see this future first in our imagination before we can go there, before we can make it our shared reality.
Our current project, called an interactive territorial study of urban spaces, similarly uses Korsakoff as a tool for storytelling, but focuses on the city of Leeds in the UK. Leeds is a large urban conglomerate in the north of England that, for socio-political and cultural reasons, embodies several aspects of English national contemporary development, such as economic growth, constant reshaping, ethnic areas. Thus, Leeds and its social anthropological issues are basically our case study, the case study for our interactive visual research. In particular, the focus of this project is on the concept of walls, not only physical, but also some sort of conceptual walls, the materiality and the role within the urban context. The term walls is often used to define a large variety of artifacts that create and embody some sort of boundaries. These artifacts often include fences, embankments, roads, gated community, structures that divide or enclose spaces.
And so in a psychogeographical gesture, our interactive portrait of Leeds will help to reflect on these, on the extent to which these artifacts would hamper or facilitate the movement on individuals through the space. At the same time, this variety of walls, boundaries, we kind of like broadly use the term, became territories themselves. And so we also explore these areas fundamentally. And the visual project aims to be a territorial study of this urban barrier. And at the same time, it considers the convergence of the cultural and the performative and socio-political reality within the social fabric of the city. So to visually represent all this, we are planning to use Korsakoff as a method of interdisciplinary practice that will include a variety of different media, also video clips, sound recording, photography, photo elicitation, video elicitation, and so on and so forth. And so the main focus of the pilot project, the one also that you will see, is Leeds, and hopefully we'll see if this can be also replicated in other places, either in the UK or elsewhere. And so that's why the research question, in a way, is: can digital, non-linear, and interactive audiovisual forms be developed as a method for understanding the challenges of living within urban walls? You know, again, take it as a in a broad sense. Also, this term walls. Okay.
So the process of filming and collecting material is based on the idea of wandering around the city of Leeds and capturing the essence of it. An unplanned journey through an urban landscape in which participants let themselves be drawn in by the encounters they make during the whole process. Okay, And for this, we filmed everything in the car, by foot, and riding a bicycle using GoPro cameras. Our main traditional, in a way, methodological approach is video elicitation. So basically an anthropology research approach. So a number of local people will be asked, I've been asked, to watch our videos of the city and comment on the images. Video elicitation evokes information, feelings, and memories, hence allowing us to understand specific urban developments and problematics linked to the concept of walls and boundaries. And this is a map of the city of Leeds.
The structure of the film oh, sorry, actually, there's the clip first. We're going to show that later, sorry. So the structure of the film moves from the city center of Leeds, and then via transitions, then you can access other area. As I said, so, is a pilot, and so so far you can access only the areas immediately around the city centers. We hope, as I said, to complete it later on. But the system will take you through this interactive relational journey from the center, as I said, to the other areas via transition clips. The transition clip act also as a virtual bridge, which brings the urban areas in contact with each other, and so create a relationship. The main aim of this research project is not only to document reality, but also use the interactive documentary form, in this case, the Korsakoff, as a method to break down barriers and boundaries in this urban context. And as mentioned before, the method we created is based on a combination of a number of methodologies and approaches, video elicitation, recording of sound, and interactivity. And I think that now we're going to show the clip.
We will show now a few minutes of our interactive film. So as Ilaria said, we move from one area to another of the city of Leeds through transitions, okay? So, for example, we are in the city center now. And from the city center, you always find the name of the area in which we are at the moment here on the top left of the screen. So from the city center, we can move to a different area to a transition. So I click on the transition here on the right side. This transition that plays this role of the bridge of bridging different areas that usually don't interact with each other for different reasons. Obviously, walls, as we said earlier. So this transition will take us to another area. So on the right-hand side here, I have three options. One is Headingley, which is student central, where all the students live in Leeds, Linwood, or Chapel Allerton.
When I moved here,
If I click on Chapel Allerton, for example, we find ourselves in the location.
As you will hear in a second, the voice of the woman accompanying us through the journey is Liz. She lives in Chapel. She lived in Chapel Allerton. She recently moved. But
even way back,
obviously watched
in
the edited
74,
video, so
75,
video
it was
elicitation provided
very cosmopolitan because they had a little Italian cafe
plays,
on
memories,
that became Casamia.
This is what
which was
we're trying also to
very, very successful
grasp.
place. But all of these were just that
the
didn't exist.
personal view of
this row
these
of new shops
places.
here.
So as you will see, used and edited also different.
This was my bank, the Yorkshire Bank, which is now a Starbucks. Does that say Starbucks?
Transportation we use. So this is a footage that we filmed.
There's kind of what's left of old Chapel Allerton here at the end of this new block.
Footage we filmed on the car. But I let you video.
And the police station in the corner. There used to be a big electricians on this corner called Bennett's, and you used to be able to rent your TV from them. When we didn't have any money, when we first got married and Christopher was small. I suppose they're catering to a completely different, or different clientele, different community.
So, as you can see, we're talking about like private and public memories of a specific urban area. And I skipped through this, a general idea of how the project works. So from Chapel Allerton, now we move.
I love Meanwood. I love Meanwood. When I moved here in '99, Meanwood was very different then. I mean, there was no bar virtually at all. There was GT Smith's, a sort of fairly rubbish supermarket, but which was relaxed and I like that sort of place. And that was about it. And I've always liked it because it's sort of like got a real feel to it, and that's still there, you know. I moved in one morning. I just woke up in Headingley, and I thought, do you know what? Today's the day. Came here, let myself in, got a bowl out the cupboard, cornflakes, milk, spoon, chair outside, sat there, and I thought, I'll live here now. It's great.
Crossing over this dodgy road is a bit of a death trap, getting across the zebra crossing off to the left, which again is a very dodgy road to cross. And our old neighbour Hazel, who lived there with the council, weren't going to do anything. She rang them, said paint the crossing, do it better, and they weren't going to do it. Said right, I'm going to ring the Yorkshire Evening Post and I'll go down with a bucket of paint and paint it myself. And the next day it was painted.
So I stop here for now. And as Ilaria said, the film will be available publicly by the end of the summer. So we hope you enjoyed this short presentation on our latest project and then the use of interactive authorial tools for documentary storytelling. Thank you for listening and participating, and please get in touch with us if you have any questions about our Korsakoff film. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.